Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
Girl Alive and Bros, welcome to Let's Address It. Okay, so this is where the controversy, confusion, and cultural chaos gets handled properly. Baby, I address past and present scandals, common misconceptions and internet myths, wild viral moments, and old drama that still needs resolution. The things people think they understand until we dig deeper. If it's wild, weird, or wrong, baby, we're pulling up the timeline, the document, and the receipts with some grown woman commentary. Because I address it all, you might as well just call me Miss Addie. Let's get into this mess. This product is so important because not only is it produced with care, but it actually has proven results. There have been over 10,000 units of this sold. The company name is shareabutters.com, and this was developed with love by a woman who simply wanted to help her beautiful daughter as she recovered from the devastating effects of cancer, chemo, and radiation burn, and has helped many others with fading stretch marks, eczema, and many other skin issues. Check out the website as it has tons of other valuable products. Check it out. There will be a link and a discount code pinned in the comments section of this video.
Nobody is above blacking. You stress me, I block you. You give me attitude, I block you. You come on my page, talk crazy stuff, I block you. You don't like me don't like you, I block you. It's real life.
What is going on, vibers? Welcome back to the Blue Heart Gang. So look, I hope y'all are ready to be nosy and get into somebody's mess, because I definitely am, okay? Shout out to Aaliyah, Empress, Erica, Starry Eyed, Unicorn Dream, JWM55. What's going on, you guys? What is up, Tatalicious Delicious, Barbie's Floppy Possum? So listen, I wanted to talk about some of this mess because, baby, these housewives definitely got it going on and up. And yes, happy Monday, JWM55. Y'all ready to get into this mess? These messy helpers here, okay? Listen, it is always something going on. But even before they get into it, the first thing that I want to address, okay, and probably because the theme kind of like goes with my book or whatever, you know, shameless plug. Can we talk for a second, just for a brief second, about Jim Jones, Child, and Chrissy? Now, Jim Jones is 79 years old and Chrissy is 83 years old. They've been dating for 94 and a half years, and this man has yet to put a ring on it, but yet she is long suffering. Yet she is waiting for the validation and the approval. I think if memory serves, I think that she kind of like semi-proposed or some shit like that one time. Like, here's what makes me angry about this, and not just because it's Chrissy, but any woman behaving like this. Okay, listen, first of all, his raggedy ass mama already told her, right? And yes, his mama is raggedy, and I talk about folks' mama. Watch yours, because I might talk about her too. Listen, his raggedy mama, in between her drug addicted recovery alcoholic rants, right? She has always kind of made it known that her son was not going to marry or should not marry. She has not been in support of, and baby, let me tell you something. Y'all know how I feel about hood boogers, right? The last thing you want to do with your life is get tangled up with a hood booger son, for multiple reasons, right? For multiple reasons, baby. Listen, I understand, okay? From what I understand, the sons of hood boogers got good dick, okay? You understand what I said? Did you hear me? The sons of hood boogers, perhaps they have good dick, right? And they have you all discombobulated and silly and ignorant about the brain, and you not having the ability to think for yourself and all this kind of stuff. And before you look up, you didn't co-sign, you got bad credit. You know, he driving your Altima while you at work. You buying PlayStations and Jordans and stuff like that. And you still trying to figure out why he has not used his mama's home shopping club network or QVC card, the shopping network card, to get you a cubic zirconia and propose, just to at least appease you in front of your friends and family. Okay. It just, why embarrass yourself? Okay. Jim Jones, like I said, at the ripe old age of 83, still has not made this woman an honest woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call us. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that they had broke up too. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, why is she still hanging on? And let me tell you, it is wonderful, because I believe I know what the problem is. First of all, it's embarrassment. She don't want to let all them years go. She won't let them years go. And she knows how bad the internet will drag her. When they break up and he marries somebody 5 minutes later, because that's literally how it happens. Okay. Joyce Stratton says, I believe Christy is all over it. As long as his mama is alive, he ain't marrying nobody. That's why I say, look, you can't do not even deal with hood boogers' sons. You know what I'm saying? I understand they may be a little nasty. They may be a little nasty. They got good, strong lower backs, But I mean, at his age, he ain't doing nothing with that back, honey. Okay? He ain't doing nothing with it. He don't look fit. Uh-huh. He don't look worth it. And I said worth it, WORF. I don't think that there's a lot of fun there. Look at Chrissy in this picture. Now I think Chrissy is a cute woman, but tell me Chrissy don't look constipated. So anyway, their little situation is going on, and somebody actually brought up the situation to somebody else brought up the situation to Jim Jones on a podcast. Let me pull that up real quick because I was like, why, baby? Why? Let me unmute this and let me get this on the screen for y'all. Cause baby, I was like, what? This was so embarrassing. And I'm like, you know what? Me and the Vibers got to talk about this. Cause I don't even understand what's happening here. Okay. Let me get over here to the gram and pull up this video. Okay. And let's listen real quick. All right.
Sierra rained down on you.
Yeah, she did.
Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live it in. You're living like you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly. Seal it properly because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it.
I mean, I felt like I got scolded by somebody that was younger than me. No, it was good though. It was a great piece of advice. Honestly, I needed that encouragement. I needed to hear that, especially for somebody who's active in preaching what she's teaching. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people have so many different opinions and they nowhere near, you know what I mean? Yeah. Marriage or any type of great relationship or any position to give me any type of advice on what I should be doing in my situation. And my situation has been going better than a lot of things that have been going on out here. So I ain't pointing no fingers. I'm just comfortable in what I'm doing. You know
yeah, I get you. And I hear that. I feel like when people try to give any advice, especially relationship advice, you got to pick and choose what you allow into what you have going on already. Because people don't know. It
got to make sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? It got to make sense because most people that give advice don't even follow their own advice.
That's 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think also, too, people don't think about the fact that, like, you and Chrissy are living your situation together. We're not. We are fans of you two, and you know we all got what we want to happen and want to see. But
100%.
Glad to know that it was well received. So, we gonna get an invite to a wedding?
Yeah, as soon as we get it together, everybody getting invites.
As soon as we get it together,
everybody getting invites.
And Jim,
okay, so y'all heard him. He said, as soon as they get it together, everybody gonna get invited. I'm looking at this man, and I don't know if y'all see from my vantage point, but at this point, the only reason why, if I was her, I hope he already got a life insurance policy because he does not look well enough to get one that's worth any damn thing right about now, right? So hopefully, he's he's healthy enough to get one, or he actually has one because he looks unhealthy, right? At this point, he look as if she marries him, she will immediately be thrust into the role of hospice care wife. Okay? So Chrissy Muffin, if you're listening, you will be changing diapers and putting the teeth that are in his mouth right now, because I can tell this man got a mouth full of false teeth. Amen. She will be putting his teeth in little plastic jars on the nightstand and stuff, and clipping his toenails and feeding him grits in the morning and wiping drool from his lips. He's not well. He's not well. I can look at this Negro and tell he's not well, and no, I'm not speaking over him. I'm just looking at him. Y'all see how small he look? I don't know what's wrong with him. I do not know what's wrong with him. So the thing is, wait a goddamn minute. Now, I thought I knew everything. Empress Kaya, what you talking about, girl? Now, girl, what you talking about, Muffin? She says she was with Sean Carter prior to Jim. Baby, I know you telling a lie. Chrissy, baby, you been to a freak off. Yo, you mean to tell me, Chrissy, did he pee on you too? What the hell is going on? Chrissy was with Diddy? Baby, y'all think Chrissy gonna take the stand? What is going on? Say say he may have the big C. Muffin, I am pretty sure that he does. Okay, I'm sorry, not Sean. Look, I'm thinking Sean Combs. You said Sean Carter. You're right. Let me stop being ignorant. Listen, CJ said he might have the big C. I am certain he does, okay? Because she has been stigmatized for a long time. I really think that their relationship is the same age as my children in their 30s. You know what I mean? I think that and didn't she say that she wanted to have a baby at one point? And I'm trying to figure out now, you about to have me to Google right in the middle of the show. Girl, Chrissy and Jay-Z, stop it. Baby, I did not know. Chrissy and Jay-Z. Girl, what? No. Child. Wait a minute. Chrissy dated Jay-Z for real? Baby, okay. I'm getting to the tea, y'all. Okay. Getting to the tea. Here's what I'm reading. I found this article. Ooh, this is good, y'all. Okay, so I remember reading on some forum, allegedly she played a role in some guy being unalived in Miami and had the audacity to show up at the dude's funeral. All of his homeboys horse stomped the crap out of her and kicked out her teeth. What? Y'all, why y'all didn't tell me Chrissy was out here like this? Y'all did not tell me. Yes, T. Okay. So apparently the reason why Chrissy, I hope this is not true because this sounds awful. So apparently, I guess Chrissy can't have kids because they stomped this woman's her stomach in. And I was talking about Jim Jones not having no teeth, but it's Chrissy that don't have no teeth. Okay. So these men beat her up to that. I hope they went to jail. Okay, but I guess they're saying that the reason why they did it, which is no justification, they should have called the police and she should be in jail if this is the case. They're saying that she played a role in getting somebody unalived. So it says that she has been hustling since she was 15 years old, right? And so she's what, like about 45 now? Okay. So what this reads like is that Chrissy was like the coldest winter ever for real. Okay, baby, I had no idea. So it said that Chrissy and her crew were involved in different crimes like credit card schemes, shoplifters, mule drugging from New York City to DC. They were setting up dudes to get robbed. Chrissy has dated dope boys like the infamous drug kingpin Alpo Martinez and his rich partner, Rich Porter. Also, 3 New York Knicks players. She even slept with Jay-Z back when he was 23 years old. So apparently, Chrissy, it doesn't look like they had a relationship. It looks like they had a little situationship where they, were messing around or whatever. So yeah, we ain't gonna judge people's past or whatever, but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear what happened to her as far as, her fertility situation happening because of some guys beating her and stuff like that. That sounds horrible. Okay. So yeah. And I'm getting this from several sources that it definitely happened and that I guess they couldn't prove it, but you know how like the streets be knowing stuff. So yeah. So that's what they're saying. Had no idea all that was going on. Okay. Had no idea that was going on. Exactly. Aaliyah TV, allegedly. Okay. Yeah. They definitely built differently. She's definitely built a different kind of way herself, child. That was a mess. So back to this here marriage. Okay. Yeah, in my opinion, it makes no sense at this point in the game for them to get married. Although I wish her the best. As she takes on the endeavor of hospice care wife. And, I hope she, has picked up a little nursing skills along the way, because that's literally what's happening. That's literally what's going to happen with this woman. It's sad to say But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's move on to the next story, honey. Let's move on to the next story. So y'all know this back and forth with Remy, Pat, and somebody literally was just in my comment section literally a few minutes ago. She was like, could you please stop? Hey, sexy girl. Hey, sexy alley cat. Hey, pretty damn gangster. Yeah, Chrissy's up there. Chrissy's up there with me. I think she looks good and she's a good looking woman. Callie said that's why he won't marry her. I don't know. He won't marry her because he just don't want to. He just don't want to. A man that wants to get married will get married. Okay? Every man that I know that wanted to get married did get married. When they give women all those excuses, it's because they don't want to get married. There's no requirement. And here's the thing. He already knows that there's no repercussions for not marrying her. He don't have to. He don't have to. There is no standard. There are no conditions. That's why I like when women be sitting up trying to sound all, romantic and trying to sound, all, deep for these men. I love you unconditionally. That's bullshit. Okay. There is no unconditional love, right? Look, everybody has conditions to their love. If you don't have conditions to your love, it's something wrong with you, Muffin. It's something wrong with you. Okay. Hey, Koya, girl, la. Koya said they live in 2 different states now. She cheated on him years ago. Did she? Well, amen. Good for her. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear she cheated on him, girl. I'm happy to hear. Now let's talk about Remy and Papoose and Clarence. Excuse me, Claressa. Someone in the comment section told me to stop calling her Clarence. I can't because I just think it's funny. And my policy is that everybody can get it, right? So I just think the Clarence thing is funny, especially because, she be walking out hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Claressa will beat your butt like her name Clarence. Okay. She'll do that. But let's talk about it. So I saw a clip. Let me see if I got that particular clip, because I definitely saw a clip earlier today where Clarence was talking about how she was talking about how she wifey material. Now, we did see the thing about her saying, that her man don't cheat. And the irony of her saying that her man don't cheat is just crazy to me, especially, since his wife said that he does. The woman that he's still married to. Now, look, I'm not all that hung up on what they're doing as far as I know they're still legally married or whatever. Remy got a man, he got a woman or whatever. Actually, something in my mind, I'm going to ask you to do a reading on this. I believe that Remy and Pap are not done. Drop a blue heart if you think so too. I really do believe that these two are not done. There is something about this energy that's going on with them that just seems completely retaliatory, like they're playing games and trying to one-up each other. And the fact that Pap did not wait until Remy started acting a fool online about him to file for divorce is very, very telling. Okay, very, very telling. And it was just weird that Claressa went to social media to say, just sign those papers. Like, girl, Muffin, that is not your place. Now, let me explain something to the Claressa fans. I don't have anything against Claressa. It's definitely nothing personal, but I will clown what is clownable. And she literally positions herself to be clown. And I'll be honest, I actually take it light on her. And it's because I think the lights are on, but nobody's home. And that's something that happens with a lot of boxers. That's the reality of boxing. A lot of them end up with, Parkinson's and different things because, they be taking too many shots to the head. And I think that she's not the exception to that rule. Something is wrong. Okay. It's almost like, and y'all tell me if y'all can relate to this. It looks to me, you know what, Tatalicious, be right. Drop a blue heart if y'all think this, okay? Because I kind of think that as well sometimes, that Remy might be a little done, but definitely, if Easy think that his little funny looking self, just because he didn't got his teeth fixed, if he thinks he's the final stop, he's nuts. He's not the final stop, okay? She ain't done, okay? She's definitely going to move on for him, but he's a useful idiot for multiple ways right now, right? Thank you, Rose, for saying that CTE could possibly be that. What's going on, 504 Girl Alive? How was your job interview, Muffin? But sometimes Claressa acts like this is her first boyfriend. Now, y'all remember being like 16 or 17. Like, I'm gonna take it back for me for high school, right? Being like 16, dating a football captain, dating, like the drum major in the band and stuff like that. And just like, that's my boyfriend and he's such and such and he's, you know how you acted when you were a kid about boys, your boyfriend? That's what this reminds me of. I cannot get out of my head when she said, Pap is a very helpful man. That is like, y'all might not understand, but listen, wait a minute. Empress Kaya, now why are you being ignorant, Muffin? Why are you being ignorant? She said it could be his pipe, but baby, it could be that he's a very helpful man. He could just be a very helpful man, okay? And his pipe helps, okay? Look, pipe helps, honey. It really does help. Like if you're going through, look, if you're having a bad day, what other than like a shopping spree, some fresh baked chocolate cookies or brownies, I mean, good pipe will do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a very helpful man. He's a very helpful man, y'all. Okay. Now, look, Nidra, you ain't lied about that, Muffin. You ain't lied about that. Okay. Clarence, okay, because listen, look, you're not going to have me calling this girl Clarence and have the folks mad at me because I think it's funny when Remy be calling her Clarence. I think that shit funny. But listen, remember in the text messages and the DMs that when they first popped all of this shit off, right? Remember, she was going to Remy for advice. She was asking Remy how to wear her hair, what clothes to wear. She was asking Remy how to pose in the pictures. And you can just tell that she really is trying to channel and like out sexy Remy, which is gotta be like stressing her out because Remy is no spring chicken, honey. She is a woman of mature age, but good Lord, she is bad. Okay. Now, Clarence is what Remy was when Pap first married her, though. Okay. So maybe that, you know what I'm saying? Clarence is literally the equivalent. No, I can't say that because now in the last, I want to say like 6 months, baby, Clarence leveled up. Clarence got her a stylist. And baby, sometimes that stylist be pop locking and drocking on that look. Sometimes she get it right. You know what I'm saying? She got a big old pretty smile. This is what I will say about Claressa. Has a beautiful smile. She has a very sunny disposition. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? And that's why, like, exactly, Clarence is hilarious, right? Because, like, how are we going to be sensitive about calling her Clarence when she always threatened to beat somebody's ass? You know what I'm saying? Me calling her Clarence is nothing compared to if she threatened to beat me up or something, because I know she could whoop my ass. Jesus in heaven knows that. Everybody know that. Okay? Clarence will whoop my ass, honey. And baby, I am nothing to play with. I can fight, honey. But look, I'm not finna fight that big old girl. I will go old school, honey, and reach right down in my purse. Yeah. She will have me reaching in my purse. I would never fight Clarence. Hell no. Okay. And I suggest Pat don't fight her either. Okay. That girl throwing haymakers like Sharkeisha. Y'all remember Sharkeisha? Do y'all remember Sharkeisha? That girl that went viral in like 2012 for clocking that girl, knocking her out. That was a horrible fight. It wasn't no fight. It was just a punch. You know what I'm saying? She hit like that Sharkeisha girl. She also kind of hit like the bus driver uppercut. Remember the bus driver that uppercut that girl? You going to jail now. You going to jail now. And then he punched her ass and she lifted up to Jesus and then hit the floor. Shoot. That's the same kind of uppercuts Claressa be doing. But I do hope that she's utilizing all this publicity and that people are going to support her better, because like I was telling y'all before, Claressa's boxing events are typically empty. Okay? Claressa cannot sell out a stadium. Claressa is not getting the kind of action and ticket sales that a lot of people would do. Okay? She just don't. She just don't, baby. But yeah, I wouldn't play about it. But let me pull up Claressa over here talking about how her man don't cheat, baby. And I wish I could find, I saw it earlier. I should have downloaded it immediately, but I could not find it. But she was just, girl, up there pontificating about how she's wifey material and she's ready to take care of a man, and she wants to cook and clean for her man and all this kind of stuff. And it's unfortunate that she thinks that cooking and cleaning is what makes you wifey material. See, it all depends on the husband, Muffin, because some men think that you're wifey material because you can take a lot of shit. Some men may think that you're wifey material because you're naive and they can get on a plane and go to Africa while they boo is on the plane too, that you don't know about, and they can touch down and land over there and be messing around together while you stateside and couldn't get the shot like you said you needed to go over to Africa. Okay? Which is why your boo probably told you later. All right? Some men think you're wifey material simply because you're dumb. Okay? But it takes a little time, okay, to get there, because you can be young and you can know a lot. You can know a whole lot of shit, baby. But wisdom takes time, okay? You can know a whole lot of stuff, like how to cook and clean, but it takes wisdom to apply that shit right. And when you're dealing with a man like Pap, who done been around the block 1,500 times and who got children your age, Muffin, you can possibly be outmatched. But yeah, she tweeted, that all men don't cheat, her man don't cheat. Baby, your man is not cheating with Remy because Remy don't want to right now. But the minute Remy says go, he definitely will, because baby, wow. Why? Okay. Callie Cooley said him and Mark, for real. Really, both in Africa looking suspect. I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised at all. But I honestly do hope that he does not break her heart. And one more question, I need y'all to answer this for me, because this is what I think. And I say this as someone who is I'm a Pap fan. I like Pap's music more than Remy. I think he's very, very talented with that pen, right? I believe, it is my sincere belief, that Pap knows how naive and dense this girl is and recognizes that she, and I say this respectfully, please do not take this the wrong way. I can't diagnose anybody, and this is not a shot, okay? She appears to have some cognitive issues. That's how I say it. She appears to have some cognitive issues. She appears to be a bit delayed, right? And I think that although I do believe that Pap may not necessarily be a bad guy, I think that he's there to benefit because he can. And he knows that if he don't, some other nigga definitely will. Some other nigga will. Okay? So he probably is thinking, you know what? She dumb as shit. She loves me. She has her career ahead of me. And she will, she'll basically, be obedient and stuff like that. So I'm going to go and look, I done figured this shit out in my head. In his mind, to justify it, it's a rescue mission. It's a rescue mission because he know this is a damn fool. Okay? He know this is a fool. So in his mind, he's going to get her because he won't mistreat her, right? I don't think he's going to dog her, beat her or anything like that, or scam her or nothing like that. But he know this is a damn fool. And he know the minute he leave her, somebody else is going to be right there to mistreat her because I think that he likes her, but I don't think he ever intended to be publicly connected to her romantically, because I don't think he ever intended for him and Remy to ever be completely split. I think this Negro think that him and Remy was going to have a temporary split. They was going to go about his business. He know that, you know, his little pipe was getting a little boring for him. Remy, you know, been swinging both ways for a long time. It's been going on for years. Y'all remember the video? That video that looked like Nicki Minaj, that sound like Nicki Minaj, that don't nobody want to admit is Nicki Minaj, where the other lesbian was in a relationship with her and she was begging Remy to come back and stop treating. Remy been, okay? Remy been on that, okay? Remy is a little freak a leak, baby. She is. That's what she is, right? Pap, no, he's limited. He's limited. Pap is balding, okay? And, you know, when they balding, sometimes the testosterone don't be there as potent as it used to be, right? So sometimes what used to be standing at 12 o'clock is now most so at 9:45, if you catch my drift. If you catch my drift. So he might understand that, you know, his days is numbered. And he figured, you know, Remy just need to go get piped down real quick. We're going to let this ugly nigga over here, easy to block captain, get it for a little while. But that's my wife. She going to come back. And here come Remy blowing up the spot. Okay, Remy blew up the spot because Remy don't care. She don't care. That's just my opinion, y'all. That's just what I thought. That's ignorant, okay? So this is all alleged because I don't know these folks' business. I really don't, okay? And it's another couple that I don't necessarily know their business, but I definitely want to talk about it, okay? And let's go ahead and talk about them. And where did they go? This ain't them. Here we go, right here. This couple. Now, y'all, I know y'all heard that they done already got a divorce. Miss Brittany, amen, and this here fool. Child, I don't know what's going on, but listen, he messed up a good thing messing around with Brittany. Now, first, let me just say this. Brittany is a retired hoe, okay? Brittany has been hoeing up and down the road for many years. And then she found the Lord, or she found Allah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. She found Allah. Okay. And she decided to stop hoeing. Okay. And then all of a sudden we start seeing him around. Now he already had a woman, right? He already had somebody that he was with. Now, Brittany didn't care because, you know, she's used to being the second woman. But now that she's Muslim, she could just say, I'm his other wife. So she don't feel so bad. So Brittany, she ain't really have to change too much of her lifestyle because she used to sharing dick. Y'all understand? She's used to doing it. Okay. Now here, what I don't understand is how in the hell y'all get divorced doing Eid? Astaghfirullah. How do you get divorced during Eid? I don't understand that. But it's gotta, like, how you do that? So y'all remember Brittany grinding all over Charleston White and his glass eye? You know what I'm saying? This girl that slurped more Negroes, honey. She has literally been out there. But you know what? She decided to give her life to Allah and turn away from sin and do what she had to do and all that kind of stuff. And I think that that's lovely and that's beautiful for her to do that. Amen. Right? So she gets with Kevin Gates and he got demons. I can look at this Negro and say he got the devil all in him. And so she thought that she was going to put some Islamic coochie on him and that everything was going to be all right. Now, if they followed the rules of Islam, maybe he paid her a good dowry to get married and everything. So I hope she got a big enough dowry so that she can support herself, because I know she was having issues paying the bills when she stopped hoeing. Because you know she got that little boy you know, she got her bills and all this kind of stuff. And where is she going to work, y'all? Where is she going to work? Where is she going to work? Kate, you going to hire Brittany? She can't be a babysitter because, you know, she going to screw your husband and then tell you that y'all sister wives, right? She can't be the house cleaner. Same deal. She will fuck your husband and then tell you that she did not do nothing wrong because they got married in a private Islamic ceremony in your bedroom, right? She can't work at Amazon, baby. She ain't gonna be able to work at Amazon because she gonna be tempted. There's too many niggas there, right? She can't work at the grocery store, baby. She gonna be tempted. It's too many niggas there. You know what I'm saying? So what is she going to do? What, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Koya said, why is she on Basketball Wives? Muffin, because Basketball Wives don't have nothing to do with being a wife. It's all about, you know, the ability to be a strategically hoish. I mean, if you think about it, it's only been a few wives on Basketball Wives, child. It's only been a few. Has she been on only? I don't know, because see, here's the thing. If she do go on Gold Experience, baby, if she do go on OnlyFans, what's she gonna do? She can't be hoeing with a hijab on, baby. She can't do that. So what is she going to do on OnlyFans? She gonna read some surahs? Can you just see her? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is she gonna do? She gonna sit up there and pray? They not gonna pay her to pray, baby. That's not what she get paid for. Okay. Oh, is that right, Aaliyah? That is right. That is right. Thank you for the save. Aaliyah TV said her baby daddy is NBA player Pete. That's right. Well, look, she better hit him up for a raise in child support. She better do that, okay? Because I don't see what's the point of being a baby mama to a basketball star as a whore unless you can benefit. Okay? I'm just saying, like, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? She can't even be out in the street ministering. She can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? What is Brittany Renner gonna do for work? She gotta go find her another husband someplace. She gonna get married again. She gonna get married again. Trust me. Trust me, it's going to happen again. So let's go ahead and get into let's get into this clip, honey, because like we gotta see exactly what she said, baby. Let me pull up this here we go. Here we go. Because, baby, we got to talk about it. Okay, what's going on here?
Divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
Okay. So she said Islam has changed her life for the better. And that, she gonna take a 90-day reset. Okay. So you know what hoes do when they do a 90-day reset, but astaghfirullah, forgive me. Okay. She's no longer, this was a married woman. I ain't got no business calling her hoes. Okay. But I'm sure she still got hoe tendencies. Okay. So what do hoes do on their 90-day reset? I'm gonna tell you how I know. Because my husband was doing content the other day. Somebody sent him a video. Did y'all know it was a 304 talk on TikTok? Actually, she is pronouncing it right, y'all. Islam. She is pronouncing it right. So in order to reset, she's gonna be taking a lot of probiotics. She's gonna get her yoni steam. Y'all know what y'all know what they do. She gonna get a womb detox. 504. I am done talking to you for the rest of the month. She said, "Halal Kitty, you are on timeout. You are on the wall. What is wrong with you?" Halal Kitty. Goodbye, 504. I cannot. But no, for real, she gonna get her some of them yoni pearls. She gonna go and get her a yoni steam. Uh-huh. Yeah, she gonna put some crystals in there. She gonna do all type of shit. She gonna chant, okay? She gonna take all type of holy baths. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get it prepped and ready for the next husband. But who knows? They can reconcile. They can reconcile in 90 days. It is absolutely true that is what they could do. Okay? But I want to know how much her dowry was. Or if he even paid it. Because, sometimes these Muslim girls be getting married on an IOU. Y'all know that? So I remember when I was Muslim, a dowry, the imam at my mosque set the dowry for 1 year's salary. So whatever your salary was as a man, your dowry needed to be 1 year's salary. And so what we were told is that the reason for that is because what's not in Islam is like alimony and shit like that. Right? So you basically better put that money in the bank, baby, because technically your husband is supposed to support you 100% anyway as a wife. So you better put that money up. Okay? Because you leaving with that dowry and that's it, muffin. Okay, so I hope he gave her a good dowry. And a dowry doesn't have to be money. They can give you a cow, if you're in Africa, or a goat. I knew a girl, don't laugh. Do not laugh, okay? I know a girl who got a pair of Jordans for a dowry. Y'all think I'm lying, don't you? Nope, I'm not. I know a girl, and what's crazy is I could actually call out their names because the husband is popular on social media. But that's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. So because the wife chooses, the dowry and she approves of it, she wanted some Jordans. So she got some Jordans for her dowry. 504, like somebody please escort 504 to her wall. Okay. You know what? Let me find it actually. Because see, you think it's a game. You need to go on timeout. You need to go to your wall, 504, because it does not make any sense for you to be acting such a fool all the time. I don't know anybody who likes to be on punishment more than 504. Go to the wall. Okay? Go to the wall, ma'am. Go to the wall. All right. So, yeah. So she, CS talking about some free 505. No, leave her ass right over where she belongs on her wall. She needs to be on timeout so she can think about exactly what she done. But yeah, she says, Islam has helped her. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit nosy, y'all. I want to see what these people are saying about her. Okay. Lamo said, astaghfirullah. Okay. This woman said, shaking my head, some people just be playing with God and marriage. So basically they got married just a hunch. Listen, true story. True story. A lot of people actually, that is their thing. Now, listen, this is no slight against the Muslim faith. I respect everybody's faith, right? I'm not a practicing Muslim or anything like that anymore. I don't practice religion per se. Okay. But listen, y'all know about them Philly Muslims? Not all of them, right? Not all of them, right? Not the one says my first husband wanted Air Force Ones instead of a ring. We were 19 and 20. That is too funny. You got him some Air Force Ones, girl. I'm just saying. Okay, so I knew a lot of Philly Muslims, right? And they basically was getting married to hunch, y'all. So what would happen is you could literally go, because you can literally meet someone like at Juma or whatever in passing their service and decide you like them and you want to get married, and you can be married like in 3 days. Okay, folks get married real quick, right? You'll look up and one brother then been married to 50 sisters, or one sister then had 10, 11 husbands, right? And like for real, they would. And really, you just recognize that those people literally just go and have a nikah just to screw, just to screw. And I mean, it's a mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. So a lot of people, because a lot of them don't go and get a he sure is 504. He is a Philly Muslim. But yeah, so like, a lot of them, they don't get legally married or whatever. So they just get married, baby. That's what they do. Don't get mad at me, baby. Okay. I didn't do it. I'm just reporting it, honey. That's all I'm doing is reporting it. That's it. Okay. Let me see what else we got up here to talk about. I was like, child, what is happening here? What is happening? So, oh yeah. Let's get into this mess here, child. Those housewives always on some mess, child. Always on some mess. Let's get into it. Okay. So first, we got to talk about what's going on with, we're going to get to Kenya in a second as well. Let's focus on our girl Britt real quick. Let me just make the focus her for 1 second. All right. So y'all know what's going on with this here lawsuit. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into this lawsuit situation. Because baby, I was like, what? And I think she's suing for a lot of money, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Wait. I got something wrong. I'm mixing up story. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me move this over. 504 said Britt and Clarence went to the same dentist for the bottom row. Oh, Lord have mercy. Right. $20 million is what she's suing for. Okay. Let's get into the details. All right. So it is saying that Britt has filed this lawsuit against Bravo. The revenge porn thing, right? So these documents are saying that this $20 million lawsuit is over the portrayal on the show, and she alleges defamation, emotional distress, sexual harassment, and a hostile work environment, right? So the suit is centered around a moment which aired in April on episode 5 of the current season, right? We're in season 16. It featured this moment when Kenya reportedly showed explicit posters of Britt Edie performing fellatio it missed filming in June 2024, as she has since claimed that it wasn't her in the images. Moore was then suspended indefinitely from the series. However, she had stated that she was not going anywhere and also called out the network for being a toxic environment. In addition to Bravo and NBC production companies for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Truly Original, and Endemol Shine North America, they're named in the lawsuit as a cast member definitely alleges that defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress, false light, and sexual harassment and hostile work environment, right? Here's the thing. Baby, if you don't shut up, okay, now she's trying to say it's not her. Muffin, it's you. It's you, Muffin. You wouldn't have been so mad if it wasn't you. It's you. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I need to move this down. Okay, it's you. It's you. Baby, we saw the clip. We saw the photos. It's easy to find. Exactly. Sexy RN says those photos are online. I'll find them. I was ethically nosy. Amen. Vibers, we're ethically nosy. So how is she suing for what's out there? Baby, I don't know. Baby, it don't make no sense. She and the fact that she's claiming that it's not her. Brit, girl, go sit your butt down somewhere. And even I'm gonna tell you something. Now, it was a little bogus or whatever, some would say, of Kendra to do that, right? To show the pictures. To show the pictures that were already online that anybody could Google and see. After you did what you did to me, after you came for me, baby, look, I'm telling y'all right now, do not tell me how to fight with someone that has no limits. This is why, look, this is why I like a lot of times, if y'all think my day ones throughout the years, I pretty much keep it cool. Even when I got a little beef, I try to keep it cool, because what happens when I come out a bag on your ass? Then it's a bully. Then it's, oh my God, she's so mean. Look what she did to her. But you didn't say nothing when she was yapping for all them months. And then as soon as somebody responds with worse, because I'm gonna tell you, when you're dealing with people and it's like a digital fight or verbal, it's still a fight. And I'm gonna fight you digitally the same way I'm gonna fight you physically. Not very fair, okay? And I'm going to try to harm, okay? So do not get into no back and forth humiliation stuff with me unless you are prepared. I'm going to go the lowest. I am. If we're fighting, honey, my only ethics is that you may get to leave with your life. Okay. But as far like if you want to, be a shit talker, I'm sorry. I'm with Kenya on that. I'm sorry, y'all. If the pictures were sent to her in private, then that's wrong. If the pictures were not public, then that's not wrong. But if you got a humbler bitch that's popping off, then that's just life. That's just life. Okay. So, because, look, as somebody that will let people slide simply because I know how raggedy your life is, baby, you don't want me to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to do it. So don't play with me. Okay. And if you feel like I'm talking to you while I'm talking, I am, Muffin. Okay. So say your little bony ass over there and play with me if you want to. Okay. Because I'm going to go there. Okay. Baby, look, I don't care. I do not give no damn about what Kenya done to this woman. She was picking. Now I will agree with this. I wouldn't have messed up my event for it. That was dumb of Kenya. That was really stupid. And Kenya has done trash stuff in the past. But I mean, that's why we watch the show, because they're going to do something trash. But look, you get into one of these type of back and forths with me, baby, nothing's safe. Nothing's safe. Nothing, no, none of your body parts are not, nothing is safe. Do not do it with me. Do not call yourself trying to insult or embarrass me unless you are ready for me to go to the pits of hell. And if y'all think that's wrong, pray my strength in the Lord. Amen. Okay, exactly. Nidra, can we say it again? She threatened her with the pew pew. Because baby, you threatened me with the pew pew. I'm gonna make you feel like you need to. I'm gonna make you feel like, you threatening to take my life. Muffin, you want my life. Okay. You won't take me away from my grandchildren. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna make you want to do it. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Speaking of which, and I didn't even think to add them to this because this is Housewives news, but sidebar, did y'all see the situation? I am going to talk about it later on tonight. I'm going to slip it in to my live that I'm going to do later on. Did y'all see the situation that happened here in Vegas where I'm at, where it was a YouTube situation? So this man and his wife, I guess they got a YouTube channel, Black couple. They get into a YouTube beef. And this was triggering for me because it really did remind me of some things that I've experienced and how I'm always, hey, Jennifer, I'm always trying to tell y'all, when people do stuff like attack your channel because they want it removed because, of their, wanting to control your growth, your reach, don't like the people love you and all this kind of stuff. And that is their virtual way of unaliving you, controlling you. Like it's a weird concept, I know, but I understand the energy. So basically they got into a little back and forth beef. The Mexican guy flags their channel down. I put the video on my IG. So, because it's something that you can't put on YouTube. I don't think so anyway, because you're not supposed to show those types of scenes on YouTube. But they're on the Vegas Strip. They're live. The man who had been beefing with them struck their channel down. And so they started another channel. Listen very closely to those of you that are very familiar with me. So they were able to get their channels back going and growing really fast again. The Mexican guy could not stand that they started their channel over and were doing fine. So he saw that they were live on the Strip, went to the Strip and unalived the woman and her husband while they were streaming live on YouTube. Now, he just turned himself in today, but that's how deep that weird stuff goes with these people on social media. We'll talk more about that later, but I just had to say something about that because that was crazy. That was crazy. So yeah, it gets that serious. It gets that serious, right? And then there's a lot of stuff going on with a lot of stuff has happened this week, but yeah, that lawsuit is crazy, right? And so, the girls are responding to what's going on with the lawsuit and stuff. And so let's just kind of go through and see what the girls are saying about it. Okay. So let me share the screen. Okay. Because Marlo has some stuff to say. Okay. So Marlo says, I'm speechless with this season and Kenya with these fake receipts. Don't surprise me. Hashtag blank subpoena. Hashtag lies after lies. Okay. So, yeah. So there's some stuff. So Marlo should probably shut up. Okay. Marlo should probably go somewhere, sit down and eat her food. Okay. Marlo, this don't have nothing to do with you, Muffin. I think that Marlo needs to go somewhere and sit it down. Okay. She needs to go somewhere and sit it down. And I don't know why she's even, I don't even know. I don't even know. Aaliyah says she just wants a job, baby. I hope I look, everybody should have one if they desire one. I hope it works for her. Yeah, she just hates Kenya. And like, I hate people like that. And this is one thing that a lot of times, like, people that rock with me don't like. If I cannot like you, but if it's right or wrong, I will not necessarily stand by you per se, but I will stand by what's right, even if it is in support of somebody that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Marlo needs to stop mammying for a peach. Marlo needs to stop mammying for a peach the same way that Clarence needs to stop mammying for Papoose. It's getting ugly. It's getting real ugly out here. You know what I'm saying? I wish she would stop it. But yeah, I don't know why Marlo is that, involved to that degree. But, she is. She is. And Andy has something to say. So let's get over here and see what Andy said. Andy says, this is reaching a level of petty that's beyond anything I've seen. Right? So he's talking about, the lawsuit and all this kind of stuff. And of course, Andy gets to stay clean in all of this. You know, I used to like Andy, but I don't know. What do y'all feel about Andy? Let me know what y'all feel about Andy. Okay. Nidra said it would have been different if Kenya retaliated with the same energy as Britt. Yeah, it would have been a lot different. It would have been a lot different. Okay. 504 says Marlo is mad because no one wants to see her videos doing something strange for elderly children. 504, baby, what? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, somebody's about to get blocked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for Andy. I don't really care for Andy at all. He like and he fosters a lot of it. It's something about him. You're right. It's something about Andy that's giving weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really, really don't. So, they're all like, doing their thing or whatever. Of course, Drew has stuff to say, right? Let's go over here and see what Drew said. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I just want another question. So you're not with her go naked hairline?
I literally was about to ask. So that's not go naked hair.
This right now?
Yes.
No, this looks good. The hair that I was wearing in the sit down where you saw the bangs, that's I wore it in real time because when you put it through a 1-2 edit, how I made it look.
Now, why is Drew messing with Portia's hair? Portia is having a rough life. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. She's been having it rough. Let's see what Drew said about this hair again.
It looked great, but in person, y'all saw it, right? That was Go Naked there.
So are you an ambassador for Go Naked?
No. I have a great vendor. She's melted. We're good.
So you don't like Go Naked hair is what you're saying?
I mean, it just didn't work for me per se. When you go to bleach blonde it did something that wasn't right.
Would you have said that prior to all this dentist stuff? Because I thought you were it was like a good partnership.
It was.
And in the beginning of the season, you said you thought you were doing numbers for Go Naked.
I did do numbers. I did do numbers. That's why. Change? Well, I just believe, like, as Black women, we support each other, right? If you're my girl, I'm going to support you. We have a great working relationship. It was fun. It was fun to work with her at that time. And if that's your friend, you're going to hold your friend down. But it was just when all of this started to happen, it just became corny to me, So I'm like, okay, well, now since you're going to drag me, well, I'm going to speak my truth then. Because the truth is, like, I had your back, but if you don't have my back, now it's fair game.
You think the show?
No, you said, all right, let me be honest about this.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Now
okay. I would rather go naked than to wear that hair again.
You think the show?
Tell itself.
So let me call foul real quick. First of all, Drew, your weave always busted muffin. And if I'm looking at, this isn't close up, but I think that this is a frontal or a wig that she has on. Baby, that hairline is giving Eddie Munster. It's too thick. The density is ridiculous. Your hair has always been like just mediocre. Portia, on the other hand, Portia's hair is always laid. Okay. Portia's hair always looks good. So I don't know why Drew is trying to shade because Portia got her little issues or whatever. Here's what Portia is though. Portia is fine as hell, right? She goofy and she got something going on with being able to get a decent man or whatever. But Portia's hair is always going to be laid the hell out. Okay. Always. All right. Joy Stratton says Andy is no better than Mona Scott. It's evil how they pimp and make these women degrade. Yeah. You know what? Mona Scott, baby. We'll first of all, let me give you a little tea on Mona Scott. Y'all gonna be mad about this. And I'm not gonna say allegedly. Mona Scott is a lesbian. Okay. Mona Scott is in a lavender marriage. Mona Scott has been screwing Missy Elliott for a long time. Now, don't worry about how I know. I do know, and I will not say allegedly. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, Portia, I don't know why Drew decided that she thought that she should shade her because it's like, girl, the one thing you can't do is shade Portia's hair. Like, you just can't. Okay, let's go ahead because she's not done. She's not done, right? She loves running off at the mouth. She loves running off at the mouth. So we got another clip. Let me get over here. Let me get over here and pull this clip up because Drew loves to shade this woman's hair company every time she gets a chance. Okay. So let me pull this into the stream. Yeah, Drew can go on about her business. She really can. She can go somewhere and set her little self down somewhere. I think this is the other clip.
If you and Portia weren't beefing, or is like tension just part of the paycheck now?
I mean, I came on the show. Let me make it clear, because I've been an actress since I was literally like in grade school, right? So I made a decision because I was like, you know what? People know me from this role. They may not like me from this role or that movie or whatever. I felt going through COVID, it was just an opportunity to be more vulnerable and let the fans really get to know me and see me as a mother and a wife and a friend and a sister. Like, I'm so many other things, and I wanted to show that. And so that was the reason for me joining the show. It wasn't to do anything but just hopefully inspire other people going through what I'm dealing with and connect in that way. So it wasn't to show what is happening. Like, that was opposite of what I wanted to represent on this platform. So I've never subscribed to, let's do this for a moment, let's do this for storyline. I actually feel like when we used to watch Housewives and when it was nostalgic was because it was a group of women who were really friends. And when you saw them fall out, it was because I'm fighting you because I love you and I know you can be better. You can do so much more. So that was where the beefs came, and then they were able to resolve and move forward. And I feel like here, sometimes they just want to like kill you off, They want to just like go below the belt. It's like, dang, like, do you like me or not? Like, what are we building or not? And so that's what I would like to see the show get back to. And I think this season, overall, it was refreshing. It wasn't dark. As some of the fans have said, like they felt like the show was going dark. So I think we're moving towards a more positive place,
I agree with that, but so like if you do an interview like now, you wear a little shadies to the go naked hairline.
A little.
Yeah, so yeah, she just I don't know. Like, I've never really thought that I know like her thing was to be, opposite Portia or whatever, but like I just never bought into Drew. Like, I don't like her. Never did. Like, like some people, like you can just like do without. That's her. Okay. Not the one says, I'm going to start watching again. I lost interest, but it'll get me through. It definitely will. It definitely will, Muffin. It definitely will. So JMM55 says, what's going on with Drew's wig? That mess looks like a stack of hay, baby, don't it? I don't know what's going on with Muffin. I don't understand it. I really don't. While she's sitting up there talking about go naked hair, baby, if you don't go get you some gold naked hair, if you don't go get it. The one thing, if you're going to wear pre-colored hair, because that's pre-colored, I can tell that is not a custom color that was ordered, that color, right? Either whether it's pre-colored or, colored in the salon, you have to have high quality hair when you're doing colored hair. You just have to. Okay? You just have to. Bless your heart. Nidra said, I like both Drew and Portia. That's cool. You can like her. Well, have like yourself. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. She's just like, okay. 504 said, this whole cast can go. Shamia can leave her house. Not Shamia can leave her house. Girl. Shamia, girl. Shamia be staying kind of low key, though. She does. Okay. So let's talk about Kenya, given what her dream cast should be. I thought this was kind of cute, y'all. And I just love shadiness in her. Okay.
Any of you, but if I'm doing a dream cast, this is my dream cast. Okay. Number one, me. Come on, girl. Come on. Number two, Nene. Gotta have a show with Nene. Come on. I love Sheree. Sheree gets under Nene's skin. Sheree and I can go at it, but we're cool. Like, I would have to say Eva, beauty, stunning, brains, children, lifestyle, all of those things. Eva can read you. Eva held back. I know Eva. Eva is like one of my dearest friends. Our children are best friends. I love Eva as a person. She is a beautiful person. Claudia is highly intelligent. Drew. I'll say Drew because Drew is young. She's spicy. She's always getting into trouble. She's interesting. I respect talent. She's talented. I love her. Candy has got to be there. She's giving you lifestyle. If I had to do a friend of a show, I would definitely include a newbie like Angela because she gives you that old school RHOA when it was at its prime. She's actually my favorite newbie on the show. Angela is my favorite. I said it. How did you get that out of me? It wasn't easy. Angela is my favorite newbie on the show. She has got everything that it takes. She has the husband. I feel like is more to see there. She has these beautiful children. She has a lifestyle, and the bitch can read. Okay. She is the quintessential housewife. She's classy, and we need to get away from the ratchet. It's sliding down real slippery slopes. It's giving love and hip hop. It's giving love and hip hop and digging parties. But anyway, love so.
The shade, honey. The shade. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think about that? I was just getting ready to say I will take Drew though before I take Claudia. I definitely will take Claudia. Can go on somewhere. I'm glad she got them feet fixed though. But yeah, Claudia can go on somewhere. Ain't nobody thinking about Claudia. No, I cannot with Claudia. But the rest of them, I can get with. Now, listen, what do y'all think about Monique returning? Okay. So allegedly, and actually, I'm telling you, I'm kind of okay with this, right? But from what I see, our girl is returning. Okay. Our girl is returning to Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get her in the screen. Okay. Monique is returning. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Let me know if y'all are here for it. I think that Real Housewives of Potomac definitely needs her. Exactly. The only real housewife. Okay. The only real housewife. Now, listen, the only thing that got on my nerves about Monique was, girl, when I would look at her husband, I was so happy that he was rich and very generous with her. But I would look at her and how she was so beautiful and so polished, but yet down to earth. You know how somebody can be super, super bougie, but they don't have to be? You know what I'm saying? I like that in her, that like she had it all. She had everything that the rest of them were trying to pretend like they had, but she didn't necessarily act that way. She was still like, you know, super relatable. But here's the thing though, because there's always the thing, right? I would always wonder, how do you let that big greasy ass man mount you? That big greasy Shrek, I just didn't understand it. And it was something about them that just, I was like, I guess you do what you got to do to live a life of luxury. Baby, I'm not that mature. I'm not. Okay. I'm not. All right. Right. JMM55, that binder was hilarious. I love that moment. Okay. That binder was crazy as hell. Not the one says she talked all the time and fast. Okay. Nidra says she's okay with Monique coming back. I think she should come back. All right. Callie Cooley says that's her own personal Mammy mountain to climb. Baby, look, I don't know if that was Mammy Mountain, but it was a big one. I can tell you that. Not the one says she would have done it. Baby, I couldn't. Like, I think it's okay. This is really, really bad, y'all. This is really, really bad. And you can definitely judge me behind this. I think it's okay for women to be a little fluffy. I think it's okay for us to be fluffy. Our hormones, we bear children. You know, our body stores fat differently. You know what I'm saying? Women could be a little fluffy. But I'm sorry. I do not give men many excuses to be fluffy. I do not like, I think fluffy men need to go to the gym. But women can be fluffy. Like, why are you fluffy as a man? Why are you fluffy? You're not giving birth. You're not pregnant. You're not, like, no, I don't. I think fluffy men, I think it's wrong to be a fluffy man. Call me shallow, and I will definitely own that. But no, I don't know how Lil Monique. I just, baby, it was troubling me thinking about that. Okay. So also we have some updates from our girl alive, Nene. Okay. And Nene is always going to be a fan favorite. She always will be, because like she was there from the beginning. In a lot of ways, I feel like Nene made the show a lot of times. I will remember I can remember the very first time I saw the show, I was hooked. I really wish that they could recapture that magic that they caught when it first started. That it was something magical about those first couple of seasons, especially the first one. Now, I didn't like everybody, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you somebody who I would like to see come back, who I could not stand her in the first season. Do y'all remember? I could not stand Deshaun Snow. Hated Deshaun Snow. I thought that was the most superficial, fake bougie weirdo ever. I did not like her. But now she's a little bit different, or maybe because we don't actually see her. She's lost weight. She's glowed up. You know, her husband divorced and all this kind of stuff. And he looks horrible. He was cheating on her and everything back then. He wasn't shit. But now Eric Snow looks like he could be Deshaun Snow's father. But she was so annoying on the show. Remember, I'm hiring an estate manager and I'm buying. Remember how she was like always doing all this over the top stuff, and like, you know, she used to be flexing Eric's money and all this kind of stuff. I think Eric is almost broke now, by the way. But like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, J double M55. It too much belly is just, I can't. She was super annoying. I could not stand her. Like, I really couldn't. And who else? The other lady, gosh, I can't remember her name, y'all. What's her name? She was married to Keith Sweat. I kind of liked her back then. She used to be married to Keith Sweat. What was her name? I cannot think of her name right now for some reason, but I liked her on the show, but now I'm not sure of Lisa Wu. I don't think I like her anymore though, but I did like her when she was on the show. Thanks, guys. I do. I think I did like her when she was on the show, but now I don't. But I would like to see Deshaun Snow come back. I think that would be cool. I think that would be really, really cool if she came back to the show. But let's see. Nene has some stuff to say. She's talking about what's going on with her and Bravo. So let's listen.
I think that I'm in a bad place with Bravo or NBC, and that is just not the case. I mean, there's been so much talk. We've actually cleared all of our disagreements up. We've actually sat at the same table and worked through these things.
You did a whole special.
Yeah, we worked through all of that stuff. I did.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I think people are not thinking I'm working for NBC. You know, when you see me hosting the Oscars or the Emmys on the red carpet, they own those carpets. And if we were in some sort of beef, they would not have me on their carpets. That part. I just think that people don't really see it like that. They don't really get that NBC owns Bravo. Yeah. And but we're in an okay place. We are dating, if that's a thing. Yeah. So I think it's slow, but so far all is well. People think that.
So, okay, I like this part because, I mean, why not have your eggs in every single basket, right? She's doing her own thing, which more than likely, because I don't know if y'all realize this, even though I am not a fan of celebrity YouTubers, because typically they're not really themselves. Typically, if you're nosy like me and you start looking them up, I would say 90% of them, their podcasts are literally sponsored and owned by management companies. And I mean, we're talking like Shannon Sharp. A lot of these it's not like how like YouTube used to be, just a regular person just comes up and their talent is realized and they grow or whatever. No, they come with a built-in audience and celebrity, and you know, they post up with their management team and their superior production and all this kind of stuff. And people think that they're getting more of the celebrity and it's them. No, you're still getting a piece of mainstream media. It's just funneled through a different medium. So that's the only thing. But what I will say is, if anybody should be doing it, it should be Nene, because I think that she's good at it. I think Nene is really good at hosting. I think that she's good at having I've been trying to get through the entire video of Nene with the interview that she did with Mr. Madison. We might actually review that one, but that was crazy to me. That was crazy. Just the clips of it and watching other people, talk about it. I don't know if y'all saw it, but she had a discussion with T.S. Madison, and T.S. Madison was trying to convince Nene that men who date trans women are not gay. So we will have that conversation at another time, just not now. But listen, shout out to Nene. I hope that she can continue to network and grow and do work with NBC Universal. I think that's awesome. I really, really do. But I also think that she's definitely going to make a return. I think. Drop a blue heart if you think she's going to make a return to the show. I'm telling you, they need Nene. Okay? They need Nene. Okay? Nuh-uh. Lorraine said the mindset I now have could deal with Shrek. That's funny. I think, look, nothing could make their ratings soar like Nene. Okay, I think she'll be back. She'll probably just like ease it in though, like be there every once in a while until she's finally just there, with a whole bag of peaches and shit. But it just doesn't seem like there should be a Housewives without Nene. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, she did not clear up her beef with Andy. She didn't say she cleared up her beef with Andy. But she said that her and NBC are not beefing. You know what would be tea though? What would be tea is if Nene replaced Andy. Baby, that's a move for your ass. That would be great. Because actually the girls are tired of Andy. And I think that we should be letting the networks know. We should be writing. We should be in the comment section. We're tired of Andy. I am so sick of Andy. Like, I want him to go somewhere and get him some shimmering light shampoo so he can spruce that gray up and go on about his business. I really do. I'm tired of his ass. And I don't even know why should he be a part of the franchise if we don't even like him? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if Nene replaced him, though. That would be, baby, wouldn't that flip the table? Like, that would be my dream scenario. That would literally be my dream scenario. And I don't know why, but I just saw this comment. I really hope that this is not really a man's profile, right? Can y'all see it? His comment is, Real Housewives of Atlanta is her entire identity, and it's kind of sad that she refuses to let it go. Look at this. I really hope that's really not a man's profile. Because, like, first of all, sir, why are you in women's business? Why, sir? You know what I'm saying? But it looks like they probably ate him up a bit in the comments section. Okay. Let go of what? What is she holding on to? She clearly said they're in a good place. It looks like they don't want to let go of her, sir. Okay. It seems like they don't want to let go of her. Okay. Okay. Van says, well, as a straight man, transitioning to women's aren't gay if they date trans women. Say that again, Van. You love to get on my nerves with this conversation. I feel like you'd like to annoy me. Van says, as a straight man, okay, so this is Van Varner, y'all. Van, you want to come up to explain this shit because it's confusing to me. At this point, I don't know what to say. But let me tell y'all about Van. Van is a straight man. Right? Van is currently transitioning to a trans woman, right? Van as a trans woman, still wants to be with women. So essentially, Van wants to be a woman so that Van can be a lesbian. Now, you know, Van, you my I can't even say you my boy. You my trans child. I say that. But I don't know if I said that right. I really don't, because it's extremely confusing. But yeah, so yeah, Van is straight. Van has children. Van is not interested in being with men. He just wants to be a woman, and he still wants to be in a relationship with women. So that's right. He like Van is our Caitlyn Jenner. Exactly. He's our Caitlyn Jenner. That's exactly what Van is. Okay. Van just want to be able to, you know, go to Ross with me on Saturdays. And hang out with the girl alive for the fashion tips and all this kind of stuff. And then he want to go home to his wife. Right, Van? I don't know. But anyway, if you talk anything about transitioning, Van is going to pop out of the clouds. He's definitely going to do it. Definitely going to do it. Anyway. Anyway, y'all. So look, so that's all we got in Housewives news. Okay. I just wanted to be a little nosy and talk about what the girls were doing and what they were up to. And yeah. So like, you know what? We need to review him being on Kendra's show. I think he was too. I think someone told me that, and I forgot all about I think it was so much going on. I was supposed to review it and I never did, but I'm sure Van confused the hell out of Kendra as well. Okay. He is always confusing people. That's what Van does. That's what he likes to do. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Do me a favor, stick around because I have a few ads to let play. And then we will get out of here. And I'll be live actually for our West Coast folks. We're going to talk about what's going on with these riots and stuff on the next stream. I think my husband's going to do it with me. It's a lot going on. And I definitely want to address it all because it's a lot of bullshit going on, y'all. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Love you very, very much. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're on the playback, make sure you hit that like button before you leave. And I'll see you guys next time. Did you grow up watching your mom choose men over you? Was she your first bully? Are you constantly drawn to men who expect you to suffer in silence and call it loyalty? Do you feel torn between loving the women that raised you and confronting them for their harmful mindset and ways? If you have ever felt unseen, unloved, or unprotected, especially by the very people who should have had your back, then the Mammy DSM was written for you. I put this to language, these experiences. I identify these deeply ingrained behaviors. I trace their roots, and I show you exactly how they shape your relationships and your self-worth, and even your ability to thrive. This book will help you name the patterns, unpack the pain, and break the cycle once and for all. Please heal, unlearn, and reclaim. Grab your copy of the Mammy DSM. The link to the book is down in the comment section.